host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Now, Shane was talking. Shane did say that Dart has a lot to learn. Right? He does have a lot to learn. So he's going to want to do a lot of sitting. He's going to do a lot of sitting. Where are we at here? Is that it? Oop, there we go. Okay. Let me pop this out here. So Giants GM Joe Schoen gives a sneak peek at Jaxson Dart's role as a rookie. All right. And basically, it's stand on the sideline and hold the clipboard. Right? He's a lot to learn. Giants traded up for Dart last week. Yeah, we know that. All right, here we go. The Giants may have traded up for their hopeful future franchise quarterback. Hopeful. But don't expect him to be stepping on the field anytime soon. The G-men took Ole Miss's own Jaxson Dart with the 25th selection in the draft, letting him join a crowded room that already features newcomers in Russell Wilson and Jameis and Winston. Winston was the first to sign with the Giants this offseason, inking a 2-year deal, with Wilson joining roughly a week later on a 1-year pact. Wilson figures to be the front runner to start week 1. That's how it'll be once we get started here in the spring, head coach Brian Daboll said via Pro Football Talk. Thus, with 2 vets already in the room, it looks like Dart's rookie season will be a de facto redshirt campaign. Jackson's going to come in. He's got to learn the offense. There's a lot to learn. These NFL offenses are hard to grasp and pick up and then be able to go out and execute. So the ability for him to learn and sit behind 2 consummate pros, yes, they are. That they are, right? Will be beneficial for him. Giants General Manager Joe Schoen said. Let's see here. This past season, Dart averaged 329 yards passing per game, the 3rd best in the NCAA. In total, he passed for 4,279 yards, 29 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions, leading the Rebels to a 10-3 record and 4th place finish in the SEC. He also proved to be a legitimate running threat. He had 495 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. At 21, he will be the youngest quarterback in the NFL in the 2025. He's only 21 years old. Wow. So think of that, too. Okay? At 21, he will be the youngest quarterback in the NFL this season. So, during passing drills at the NFL Combine, Dart went 18 out of 23 and would have had even more completions if not for some drops by his wide receivers. He showcased arm power and precision on each variety of pass, proving he could make every throw in the NFL. Oh, yeah, this one too? Yep, here we go. All right. So Giants issue huge final decision on rookie quarterback Jaxson Dart. Giants made a splash in the first round with Abdul Carter. Then they traded up to get Ole Miss quarterback Jaxson Dart. Carter will be an immediate starter and has a good chance at winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah. But Dart is seen more as a project. Head coach Brian Daboll made it clear earlier, saying Russell Wilson will be our starter and that he would reassess things after training camp. General Manager Joe Schoen agrees, but believes Wilson will stay quarterback 1 deeper into the fall, which puts Dart on the sideline with fellow quarterbacks Jameis and Winston and Tommy DeVito. Well, they're not bringing 4 quarterbacks on the 53, I can tell you that much. Somebody's got to go in the practice squad. And one of these guys goes in the practice squad, somebody's going to pick him up. So it's probably going to be Tommy DeVito, and he's probably not going to last very long in the practice squad. Let's see. An appearance on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Schoen compared his current quarterback situation to one at Buffalo when he and Daboll were there with the Bills. At that time, Nathan Remember him, Nathan Peterman? Oh, my God. Got the starting job over rookie Josh Allen, and we've seen how that panned out. However, Schoen says the environment now is different in New York. That plan didn't go as well, but we didn't have a Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston in that room, Schoen said. So again, Jackson's going to come in. He's got to learn the offense. There's a lot to learn. These NFL offenses are hard to grasp and pick up and then be able to go out and execute. So the ability for him to learn and sit behind two pros would be very beneficial for him. It's unclear whether Dart will slide in the depth chart behind Wilson, but Schoen emphasized that he will need to be ready if his number's called and he has to go out and execute. The bold push to get him in round one leads us to believe the Giants are willing to hand Dart the ball sooner rather than later in 2025, particularly if things get ugly for New York. Now it's up to him to learn and be ready for when that moment comes. The one thing is also too is obviously a lot of it has got to do with if he's like number 3. How often is he going to be throwing to Wan'Dale Robinson, Theo Johnson, Darius Slayton, Malik Neighbors? How often is he going to be throwing to one of those guys? So he's not going to have a lot of throwing time with those guys. So it's going to be a challenge for him. Certainly going to be a challenge for him. But I mean, the one nice thing is that if things start getting ugly for the Giants, which hopefully they don't, right? Because we're sick and tired of ugly football. But things get ugly for the Giants. That's one thing that's very, very exciting. It was the same thing like with Eli Manning. When you draft that rookie quarterback to get him out there to see what he can do. It was kind of the exciting thing about Phil Simms when we drafted him in 79. I had no idea. I was pissed off we didn't draft Joe Montana because I like Notre Dame. Right? So I'm like, Phil, who the is Phil Simms? Because you go back to 79. I mean, it's nothing what it is today. And I'm like, Morehead State, what is that? Is that even a college? What is that? I had no idea. No idea. They took him, but it was finally when they got Phil Simms on the field, it was, maybe this guy can turn things around for us. Unfortunately, he did well, but he also kept getting injured. So, but then of course, then you get, I said, like with Eli Manning, right? It was a little perplexing with Eli when we started putting Eli on after the 9th game, and we got him in game 10, because like we were 5-4, and we still had a shot at making the playoffs. And it's like, so basically, we're just tanking the whole season to put Eli Manning. Yeah, really? Yeah, that's what we did. So we wound up losing. We went from 5-4. We lost 6 straight games. Then we were 5-10. We finally won our final game of the season against the Cowboys. Really exciting game. But like I said, if things start going bad, it'd be very exciting to see Dart in there and see what he can do.